We've got a wild film villains for you today where we discuss Alien Romulus, Deadpool vs. Wolverine in 4DX, Columbo, 1993's Judgement Night, Hunter shows off his $450 VHS of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, my story helping an unknown 80s slasher classic get a DVD release, a little-known Giallo film starring a killer priest, and Alex showcases Jon Cryer in Hiding Out. Whew, that was a mouthful. Let's go! What is up? It's Film Villains. How you guys doing today?
Yeah,
I'm great, bro.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Now that we're on, I'm great.
I know, yeah. We always just have these long conversations before trying to figure out what to do with our lives, and then we figure we might as well start recording.
Yeah,
it's kind of the podcast. I think
so. What we were just discussing. Let's continue that conversation. So, manufacturing VHS of our movies. So Alex and Jonathan, or at least Alex, you just had a place that you just looked up. I know there's a bunch of people that are putting out VHS, but I think that's what we'll start doing is figuring out which of our movies who's if you're a manufacturer of VHS and you're out there, give us a shout and let us know who has the best deal out there and who makes the best quality tapes. And Hunter, if you manufactured tapes of any of your movies, would you want clamshell or a paper case, or how would you want it?
You know what? The thing is, the clamshells are nice on paper, the big boxes are nice on paper, but when you're organizing thousands of tapes, I want the nice, clean, square, regular cover, slip case. I'm A-okay if it's got a bottom sleeve on it. I want that nice, tight case, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Clamshells are beautiful, but they're just harder to like. And every clamshell's a different size. At some point on this show, I'm going to show y'all my horror tape wall in its full effect, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The clamshells are a little harder to deal with.
Where do you broadcast from? You have a little office?
Oh yeah. So I'm in my office, and I actually have almost no tapes in my office aside from a few that I just like recently bought at a thrift store.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just in my office. I got spooky stuff. I got I showed you this earlier, but I'll do it again. I got Alice Cooper.
Oh shit, it still plays. What the fuck?
No, Alice Cooper is my favorite singer, man. So I have him looking down on me whenever I'm working. Yeah.
Oh shit. I did not know that.
Yeah, I have almost all of his albums on LP.
Really?
You are worthy.
Yeah. Damn, you are worthy. What have you guys been watching this week?
I just watched fucking Judgment Night. Have any of you guys seen Judgment Night? It's like 1992.
No.
Emilio Estevez, Jeremy Piven, Dennis Leary, Cuba Gooding Jr., Stephen Dorff, the bad guy from The Mask. No?
Dang, no, but it sounds like
is that when that's not when they're driving to the gate?
Jeremy Piven's got like an RV, they're going to a boxing match, there's traffic, so they get off on like a shady exit, and they witness like Dennis Leary's gang shoot somebody over a drug deal, and they're like, you're not fucking going anywhere, and they run away, and they're going through the inner city of Chicago trying to get away. Murder ensues. Dennis Leary and Jeremy Piven having fucking back and forth, fastest talking people on the planet shit. High quality entertainment. The soundtrack is phenomenal. It's like the beginning of hip hop and rock. Like it's got like Biohazard and De La Soul and shit like that on it.
Oh shit.
Very fucking cool. Highly suggested.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And it's expiring soon.
That's such a great movie. It's one of those that just kind of fell. I don't know. I mean, it was popular when it came out, but it kind of came and went. But it's such a great movie one of those. I don't know where we are.
That's
what are we going to do?
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. Oh shit!
Oh come on, Ack!
I'm moving too fast. My brain ain't working as well as it used to. There we go.
That's great.
He's
okay.
Yeah, dude. He's trying to bribe that kid with money, and the kid's like, that money's got blood on it. And Dennis Leary's like, you ever seen any that didn't? Fuck
dude,
yeah.
Look at young Emilio, man.
Look at young Stephen Dorff, bro. Oh,
it's funny. It's like all the boys getting back together, and the wives don't want them to go and hang out. And then they get stuck.
Like Emilio just had a baby, and it's like his first time having like a boys' night out since they've had the kid. and well, you can see what's happened. But the soundtrack, it's fucking House of Pain, Helmet, De La Soul, Run DMC,
Really?
And
Biohazard.
that was Young
Onyx.
Cuba?
Yeah.
That's Young Cuba.
Oh, wow. I gotta see this. You know, my girlfriend has an Emilio Estevez section of tapes, and I don't know if I have this one.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah,
Well,
good watch, Alex. It's like,
I mean,
deep cut.
I gotta come over to your
Tubi
place
is
and
my
watch
higher
that
power when
Tubi
it comes
stuff.
to what movie I watch next. Just expiring soon, Tubi, and then what early '90s fucking classic.
And
Yeah.
where are they going?
It's a hell of a cast, man.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get away. They're
No,
just trying.
where are these expiring movies going?
I
That's
don't
the
know.
question.
Are we trying to get licenses so we can release Judgment Night on VHS
Damn.
Exactly.
in a slip
You
case?
know, we could be the ones. And that's the thing, though, that I do like about collecting VHS in particular is because a lot of these older movies just, you know, they might not be out anywhere on any streaming service. And VHS or DVD, or if it's lucky enough to get a Blu-ray, obviously this probably did with Emilio and Cuba. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, having the media is important.
Yeah.
I saw Alien Romulus today.
Oh, damn.
I
Okay.
did, and I feel
And?
like I feel like the Film Villains podcast has really just become a place for me to express my love of xenomorphs and xenomorph movies. I feel like I constantly am talking about xenomorphs, but Alien Romulus, you know, honestly, it's very fresh. It's I just saw it a few hours ago, so I don't know if my opinion is fully formed yet. I will say that my opinion is very positive. And I thought that it was a fantastic, fucking awesome, wonderful movie. But with that said, I don't know if I can get into any depth besides that yet. It's you know, it just came out too. I don't want to like go.
Nor do I want you to go into any depth because I don't want to know anything. I
Spoil that shit. How does it end?
Oh, no,
Spoil that shit. Fuck Jonathan up. Ruin his day.
Ruin my week.
I mean,
I love Alien.
honestly,
Love Alien.
Yeah. I hope you see it
One of my
soon, bro.
favorite
I want
franchises.
you to
Oh,
see
no,
it so we can
yeah.
off the record go hard on it because there's a lot to unpack in it, dude. It's an experience, man. I was like not exhausted, but exhausted in a good way by the end of it because it just it's relentless.
I mean, I am gonna go in open-minded, but I don't have high hopes because I mean, from what I've seen, it seems like they're just reintroducing the whole franchise to a younger audience, so to speak, and so I'm interested to see what they do with that. But yeah, so I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah,
don't ruin it.
I mean, I've heard the characters might be annoying.
Well, I don't. You know, I'm not even gonna go. No, they're great. I thought the characters were great.
Stop egging him on. He doesn't want to talk about it.
I don't want to. You know, after you guys see it, because the thing is, Alien Romulus is one of those kind of movies where like it happens to you. Like, so I really don't want to get into any sort of territory about what happens. But I will say that it's very intense and the face huggers go hard, bro.
I want to find one of those 4DX theaters where they spray shit at you and you can feel everything.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
I just saw somebody
runs one of those out of the goat bar, but I don't know if you're gonna like the liquid.
Yeah, it's just like go behind the bar. Let me show you something, Jonathan.
Yeah. Is that where he puts the blindfold on you? Is that right?
Yeah.
There's not a great view of the TV over there, but I got something else for you. It's a very extra sensory experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know much about these fucking extra sensory fucking movie theaters.
I just went to one. Yeah.
Oh, you did? What'd you see?
I saw the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Oh, okay.
Extra sensory? What did they do?
Yeah. So basically, first of all, it's all in real 3D. And then you're in this amusement park ride seat that you feel like this is going to get annoying after about an hour of jerking me around. but it wasn't. I did get popcorn. I quickly realized, oh shit, this is not an eating popcorn experience.
Oh,
Like the popcorn went everywhere. All
really?
of our snacks was all over the floor. Like you're jerked around. There's little pumps in your back. Like when something hits on the character, you feel there's air gushes. You feel air whizzing by. Like there was a bullet that went by the main character and it went right by my ear and I felt it. So, and then the other thing is,
I don't know if I'd want to go to an experience like that.
It snowed. There's a part of, there's like a snow. I can't remember the movie the movie's amazing, but I can't remember. I think there was a snow scene and there's snow that starts coming from the ceiling. And then if there's water, you feel a mist of water hitting your face. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they pay you to stand behind the screen, Christian.
I know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have pornos that we could watch.
But you buy 4 tickets. It's $100, to go see it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's not the concessions.
I spent $50 at the movie theater today, not including the tickets. But we went to the matinee, so that was good because the tickets were only like $8. But yeah, the concessions. We had lunch there. Going to the theaters is tough, man. But Alien is one of those franchises. I'm actually really stingy when it comes to going to the theaters. But Aliens is one of those franchises that I will always go see the new Aliens movie in the theater, ideally close to opening day. We had a full theater even at a matinee, so it was super fun.
Dude, look at what these chairs do, man. You might as well bring a toy along with you.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a full-on amusement park ride.
The magic motion machine.
Can you bring a date and just share one chair?
The ticker rack. That's your favorite move, right?
And it vibrates.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
The thing about it is you're thinking, oh, this is going to be too much. But they do kind of
face air.
Yeah.
I don't know. If this belongs in the post-COVID world, man.
A machine just jizzed in your face. Oh, she just jizzed in your face. The butterfly queen. Oh, she's evil too. God damn.
I will say also, my niece saw it. And
go see a John Waters movie with the fucking scent thing going off. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I saw somebody talking about Twister. Twister the other day would be good, huh?
Twisters is like the movie I wanted to see with it, but it was sold out. But anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they don't have a lot of chairs then.
Yeah.
That's intense, man. Wow.
Not to be confused with face air, by the way. This is entirely different air.
Yeah, different kind. Yeah. Not face air, wind air.
Yeah.
6 years. So it's been going on for over 6 years then. And it jizzes upwards.
Was that a bidet? Fuck yeah.
I loved every
people
minute
just
of it.
straight showering in the movie theater.
Damn, you need a man. My fucking date needs a shower. I'm gonna take her to one of these.
Oh man.
Yeah. I dropped all my concessions. I was like, oh shit. I was having too much of a good time. That's why I dropped them.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have popcorn in that movie theater, like wind blowing it everywhere and shit.
Yeah, I didn't know how intense it was going to be, and then I was. Whew.
How fun was Deadpool versus Wolverine, though?
Oh, the movie by itself, with no moving chair, is 100% beyond fun. I'm speechless. I have no words of how fun that fucking movie was.
That's the word. Like, I don't, it's not a Scorsese or something like that, but for just fucking fun, I can't remember smiling and just being more entertained and enjoyed in a movie anytime recently at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Feel good.
It's 100% a popcorn movie. Like, it's got that, it brings you back to the blockbusters, the Jaws kind of feel of just like having fun at a movie. It's great.
Yeah,
Marvel Jesus.
I really like the first one. I'm not a comic book movie guy, but
either.
I really
you
like.
Don't
the
have
first
to
one.
be.
No,
yeah,
you don't.
I hated the second one. I fucking hated every minute of the second one, and I really loved the first one. And I don't know.
Acid situation on the second one.
It seemed like it was the same fucking movie, but just the jokes weren't landing for me. I just thought it was crap. And so I don't. I've given up on all that shit.
What's so great about this one is it's a buddy comedy, and fucking Wolverine's the straight man. Like it's like fucking seeing planes, trains, and automobiles or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
Hell yeah.
So different than just a generic superhero film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch that when it comes on streaming. I think I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a long time.
I know. I can't fucking watch
but
that
Hunter,
shit.
I can't say I'm so over the Marvel movies that I've never been a comic book guy or anything like that, and I only saw the first Deadpool, and like I said, I was going to the movies to see Twisters in the 4DX.
Okay.
So this was the substitute, so I wasn't even planning on seeing it. And man, I was surprised.
Nice.
It was fun. It was great. It was like just a good movie.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It seems like I've been watching a lot of different reviewer channels just talking shit about everything that's coming out of Disney and Marvel and DC and Star Wars universe and all those.
And nothing will talk more shit about all those things than this movie. This movie is so
and all those people are like, yep, this is finally what we came back finally would bring us back into the theaters for this this kind of shit, So I mean I'd go see it.
When it comes to what have you been watching, I've been watching I think I'm turning into my dad in a way. I've been watching a lot of Columbo.
And nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And I never liked it when I was a kid, and now I'm watching it, and it's such a weird setup. If you've ever watched the show, they show you the entire murder at the beginning. They show you who did it, how it's done, every aspect, every detail, and then you watch Columbo figure it all out. And so I don't know if that's what's drawing me in. And then seeing the other, like the killer or the bad guys trying to play stupid or be like, oh, I don't know, maybe the person did this, or I didn't do that. I was over here. I had an alibi. But I've been loving Columbo.
I used to watch Columbo with my grandma, and I have the vivid memories of a Columbo episode where it was the classic. The guy murdered a dude in a pool with a block of ice. And let the ice melt in the pool, and Columbo came in and solved the like unsolvable crime.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I like about it is I like how Columbo is constantly playing stupid. He's some fumbling idiot, and he's just like, how does this work? How does that work? I don't know how you open a door, and then they're like, this fucking idiot, and they dismiss him, and then he's always got some tricky scheme where he's like, gotcha, bitch.
But
gotcha, bitch.
Remind me again, aren't you left-handed? And they're like, oh.
Yeah.
I just saw one where they had the guest star Dick Van Dyke, and he was a photographer, and he lured him into the the room where they keep all the evidence room, and so.
What do
and he's like,
yeah,
right. And so then he goes, he says, well, you see in this picture, this is how I know you did it. And then Dick Van Dyke, who was the photographer, goes, well, you stupid idiot. It couldn't have been that. If you just go to the negative, and he walks over and picks up out of all the cameras sitting there in the evidence table, he picks up the one that was used in the murder and opens the negative. And he says, did you see what he just did? Did you see that? He's all, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's it.
You need
I love
your sound bites, Christian. You need a gotcha, bitch.
Oh yeah, we need a gotcha, bitch. All right.
Yeah. But no, they're great, man. And then you start seeing, like, I don't know, I'm a sucker for old films like 60s, 70s. All kinds of shit, and you start seeing all these classic actors guest starring.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah, like there's who are some I'd be going for days, but I can't remember names right now. But
wait, so I haven't seen I barely watched it as a kid, and but it even in the opening titles right there it said Jack Klugman as Quincy MD. So was that a spinoff? Quincy was a spinoff of fucking Columbo?
There was a pilot. I know there's a pilot, and I don't know if that was Columbo. The pilot was a spinoff of that. I don't know.
I used to watch Quincy on Channel 5 here in California in the early 80s. You know, it was like Three's Company and Quincy. Watch, you know?
yeah. But no, and the other thing I like about Peter Falk is his eye. You know, he's got that eye. Yeah. So he's always got a cigar. And he's
squinty eye.
Yeah, a little squinty. Yeah. Kind of walks with a little bit of a limp kind of thing.
Yeah. And then there's another little tidbit throughout. I'm telling you, I've binged these. It's like I've seen almost all of them.
Really?
The thing about it is he always talks about his wife. We never see his wife.
Oh,
it's one of those things. He's like, oh yeah, you know, my wife does this. And there's actually an episode where he goes on a cruise ship and there's a murder on a cruise ship, and he goes on the ship. It's like a vacation with him and his wife, but he can never find his wife on the cruise ship.
Oh my God. How much do you want to bet Columbo's been like hauling a mannequin around for like 20 years?
Or maybe he was secretly gay.
Hey,
just
you know, that's
keeping up the front.
Could be
of the time.
I mean, it showed that Rock Hudson was in that show too. So speaking of gay,
hey, there you go.
Yeah. That's true. That actually isn't a valid, or that's a valid point, dude. Like, who knows, man? You should think of it in that context next time you watch some, Jonathan. And
I will.
He already does because he's gay for Columbo.
I love him.
Or Jack Klugman. One of the two.
You know, speaking of Rock Hudson, that's why, or one of the reasons Polyester is one of my favorite John Waters movies. Rock Hudson being in there as the you know.
Oh, he's in that.
He's like the heartthrob male stud.
I've never seen Polyester. No.
Oh, dude, that's one of John Waters' best,
really?
In my opinion. Yeah, I love it. I love it because it's, you know, he's always talking about Baltimore, but there's a lot of personal stuff in that one of him growing up in Baltimore. There's a kid who's stomps. He goes to the supermarket and he's a serial foot stomper. He stomps on women's feet, but they treat it like he's a serial rapist, and he stomps it. It's hilarious. You have to see it. It's hilarious.
Well, speaking of serial rapistes.
Yeah, just blurt my shit out. That's all.
This is going to hurt our chances at the end. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. All right, just for that, I was going to do a really cool horror movie, a classic, one of the best tapes I own. But just because this episode's been plagued with technical issues and Uncle Christian's throwing me under the bus, today we're going to talk about The Babysitter's Club, Marianne and the Brunettes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There you go.
In this riveting tale of Babysitter's Club.
Did Columbo inspire this?
Do you show that to elementary school kids? Like, you're in front
this is by John Waters.
Like, I can connect with you kids.
Have you ever seen The Babysitter's Club? No, I'm just kidding.
I almost pulled the trailer up just now.
You know, honestly,
acts not allowed within 30 yards of that VHS
or the trailer.
All right, for real though. Today I'm actually going to share one of the crown jewels of my tape collection, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And what's super cool about this particular tape is this is the Wizard Video release, which is the first ever VHS release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So this is a really, really sexy tape, dude. It's got all the flaps. You know, us tape people, we really care about the flaps.
What is it called when you have all four flaps?
It's called flaptastic. It's very flaptastic.
No, what's the fucking term for it?
I don't on all four flaps. I don't know. Is it
well, you would only have one flap normally, but two flaps.
Are you?
But is it bottom flaps or is
It's
it
a bottom
side
flap.
flaps?
Sure, it's got a
Okay,
bottom. Flap.
Dude,
Yeah,
I have tapes with like side flaps though too.
And side flaps are cool too.
Yeah.
Like all flaps are cool. We don't discriminate. Tape lovers love all the flaps on our tapes.
I'm getting super turned on right now.
This conversation's gonna get flagged by you.
Yeah, this we're going to a dark place on this one. But yeah, man, look at Leatherface, and obviously this is such a classic horror movie. It's top 3 of all time for me. If you are a horror fan and you have not seen the original Tobe Hooper classic, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, please do yourself. Oh yeah, here, Christian, play my screen here.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, okay,
put it full screen.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, do yourself a favor, get it, full screen it.
Yeah, full screen. There you go.
Is that better?
Yep.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
So
you guys,
would you recommend someone playing it on VHS or look at Jonathan showing off VHS or like 4K? I mean, obviously you're gonna say VHS, right?
Well, okay. Now listen,
Fuck that 4K.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you know,
Really?
look,
I'm serious. Yeah.
with a movie like this,
Get her.
It's so
Oh,
grimy. It's so gross. It's so gritty.
Mhm.
It's so raw. Like, honestly, I don't know. The 4K looks beautiful. Don't get it twisted. But
Yeah.
I don't think watching it on VHS makes it any less effective.
Yeah.
I will say, just to chime in on the 4K thing, I remember when the first like high def I don't even know if it was Blu-ray, but it was just the HD version. It must have been the 4K. I was so excited, and I put it in, and I was a little disappointed.
Was it too clean?
It was too pristine, and it was like, I said, this doesn't feel like the movie. And I just, and I don't watch it. I watch my old versions. So.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder because, back in the 70s when they struck a print and they set it across the country and it played in some fucking shitty theater or at the drive-in with some crappy bulb in the projector, like what kind of colors were coming out, of these movies, I mean, I remember vividly movies in the 80s, but, you still have noise and you have all that shit. And especially if you're watching a movie that's been it's hit the market and it's been put. Movies used to play for 6 months sometimes, right? Especially movies like Texas Chainsaw, where it would just be shipped from theater to theater, and each theater's renting it from taking it from the other one, and they're inheriting all the scratches and all the fuck ups from the last projector, and it could have gotten eaten up in the projector, and they could have spliced it back together and cut little pieces out. And so now that we have the privilege of watching newer movies or older movies that have been refreshed and in 4K and as pristine as possible, we are losing some of that.
I had the same problem when they started putting. I vividly remember when they started putting Lucio Fulci horror movies on DVD, and it was so clean. I like some of the gore effects weren't as cool because I was seeing the actual effects, like the makeup and the horror, and it was just like, oh no, like it's messing up the illusion, the movie magic for me.
I agree. I think a lot of the movies that I saw on a 15-inch square were scarier for that reason. Like all the gore effects played better, the blood was better. Like now we captured too much.
Yeah.
Now you can see the guy in the corner hitting the fucking spricket and the blood spurting out and shit.
It's like, and it's a toss up though, because you don't. Did they when they were making it? Did they see that? Like, what were they seeing? Like what you were saying, Christian, just a second ago. Mm-hmm. But then the toss up is, I also went and saw Black Christmas when they struck a brand new print from the negative.
Ooh, nice!
I had every year I would go watch that at the theater, and it was like maybe pink. The black scenes or the snow part was pink, and it was faded and nasty. It was all messed up. They struck a brand new print, I saw stuff in that movie which I didn't even know was in the movie, and it made it scarier. Like I saw there's like a shadow of somebody in the background at one point that I had never seen before, and I was like, what the hell is that? You know? So
yeah, I mean, I think I more prefer a more pristine as possible, you know. And yeah, it's nice to have those memories of movies that you saw, like Blair Witch and, you know, and Texas Chainsaw. But let's say Tobe Hooper's second movie, Eaten Alive, which I saw the progress of what it looked like over the years. So originally I saw it on VHS in sometime in the 90s, my first time. And I loved it. You know, I fell in love with it, and it's super, super murky and just dirty and gritty, and then I was like, oh, okay, it just came out on DVD. Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I bought it, and it was like opening up a whole new world to the movie, and then I could start seeing it on widescreen. First off, you're not seeing it fucking pan and scan 4:3, and I started seeing all the other shit. I started seeing the beauty of the lighting, and it was a nicer restoration and all that. And you started seeing, oh, they shot it on you can actually see that they shot it on a set instead of it being fucking. I don't know where the fuck this is, you know. And the mystery was cool back in the VHS, but I fucking thought it was awesome on DVD. Then I fucking got the Blu-ray, and I was blown away once again. I'm seeing more shit and more shit. I'm like, holy crap, dude. So I don't know.
I think you're right though. It's a toss up in some. It depends. Maybe depends on the movie itself, because I get that. Like I have a Blu-ray of Tenebrae, and I love it. But
yeah,
if I watch my Blu-ray of Chainsaw, I'm like, no, I don't want to see it that clean.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Because
you know,
Chainsaw and Eaten Alive are just super dirty movies. Dirty movies.
Dirty movies look great on VHS,
Yeah.
and even clean movies do too. But I think there's no right or wrong, Christian. You know, we're talking the difference between a full studio mix and a recorded album or something.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, man, yeah. It's all
preference.
It's all love, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and to be completely fair, I have never watched this particular tape. Because this is a tape that I've never felt comfortable putting it in the VCR. Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
And then it'll eat up the tape the next.
That's honestly what I'm scared about.
Yeah.
I'm like this, you know, it's like
how much do you think that tape is worth?
I can tell you how much it's worth exactly, because I spent a stupid amount of money to get it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. But no, like this is one of the most valuable tapes in my collection. Actually, this is the most valuable tape.
You're not comfortable talking about how much it costs?
No, not at all, because it's $20 billion. I don't want people to know that I'm actually a quadrillionaire for owning this tape. No,
Christian with the hard-hitting questions.
Let me tell you, Christian. The market on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Wizard video is down right now. I'd say this tape would probably sell on an open VHS group for about $350.
Okay.
With that said, the market always fluctuates. I bought this tape when the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie came out, and I truly enjoy finding tapes in the wild. But I wanted Texas Chainsaw on tape. It's going to be extremely rare to find that tape in the wild in general. Yeah. So I knew I was going to probably just have to buy it. And if I was going to buy it, it was going to be the Wizard Edition. So that was my thought process behind that.
I don't know what Hunter spent, but last sale on eBay was $800 for that tape.
$800?
For an open copy.
This tape's in
very good condition.
Yeah, this tape is in pretty rough shape, to be honest. Like the box is taped up. It's got a couple rips, but it does have like the original Wizard sticker on it. And
oh shit! Let me put this big here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
huge.
You can see it's taped up a bit.
Yeah.
This one would probably be maybe like 300 or 400, but
It's beautiful, Hunter.
It's my favorite tape, though. I would never think.
Awesome.
And honestly, when I bought it, I spent like $4.50 on it. And the moment I bought it, I had like a pit in my stomach because I was like, oh my God, did I seriously just fucking do that? Like, what am I thinking? Like, this is so stupid. But then the moment it came in the mail and I had it in my hand, I was like, I don't regret this at all. Like, this is just like one of my most treasured tapes.
Don't feel bad, Hunter. I spent over $200 on a Mario Bava book.
Oh, dang, nice, dude. Wow, you go hard with the that's cool.
What was it, like a Tachin book or whatever? However you say it, Tachin?
I spent $3,000 on a copy of
Encyclopedia.
Fave.
This is not.
Let's see it, Jonathan.
This is without the cover on it because I don't want to mess up the cover.
Oh my gosh, dude.
This
That is
all
dope.
Mario Bava's life. Where's the camera? There it is.
What? No way, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's an encyclopedia of his life and his work.
How much for the abridged version?
Well, last time I looked online, this book was like either $900 or $800.
Oh wow.
But I bought it a
bro.
long time ago, and it was a tough decision. I spent a whole weekend contemplating if I should buy it or not.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But you don't regret it now that you have it. There's
No way at all.
Yeah.
We'll have
Are
to
we
do
showing
a
things off? Is it show and tell right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
These are
Look
my
at that.
prides and joys.
Oh, the Halloween
Damn.
media is beautiful. Is that's a beta tape or a VHS? The Halloween.
It's Betamax.
Oh,
Both
both of them are
nice.
beta, right?
Oh yeah. Wait, which one is the Wizard video?
That's this one, or that's Wizard Video, Pink Flamingos, beta.
Oh, damn.
All flaps.
Damn. All the
flaps.
flaps, baby. Flap brothers, bro.
Flap-tastic, bro.
If you flap,
Flap-tastic.
if you flap, you know, bro. Yeah.
Right. I don't even know. I can't find a value of this because I have not seen a copy of Pink Flamingos on beta sold or for sale. But it's gonna be buried with me. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I
for
know.
sure.
And you'll never have watched it, the actual tape. Huh?
The Betamax market is probably, I would say, on average, like 2/3 the VHS market. So like the beta doesn't quite have
2/3
the
less.
same- Yeah. Or
Yeah.
but
A
but
third.
for a third, yeah, good
Yes.
call. That's or maybe half. But that's just because Betamax didn't really pop like VHS did. But that said, if you have like an ultra gem like Pink Flamingo's Wizard Video, you're
Yeah.
all that's nice, dude. That is a beaut.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
what I
since
sleep
we're,
with each night.
since we're showing off, yeah, Divine in your since we're showing off, here's my one of my pride and joys in my collection.
Yeah.
And I brought this up at a test episode a while back. I don't know if Jonathan was there, but so Murderlust is a movie from 1986, a movie I love a lot. And I bought this, I think at a video store, you know, obviously used after it had been played a lot. And I fell in love with it, especially the cover. The cover's amazing.
That cover is brutal, bro.
Yeah.
And this movie is it's about this guy named Steve Belmont, this charming fellow here, and it was shot in Los Angeles.
Swipe right on him.
Yeah, no shit.
That stash.
And he is you basically, it's one of those movies where you follow the serial killer around, like Fade to Black and like Maniac and
Those are the best
you know,
kind,
like
man.
Psycho. So he's a guy who loves to kill prostitutes, but he's also a Sunday school teacher, and he's also a security guard. He has multiple jobs, and he still can't pay his rent. And his fucking cousin is his landlord, and he's a prick, and they fucking hate each other. And he just likes killing prostitutes and dumping them in the fucking Mojave Desert. And he goes to there's a girl on the side of the road, and he goes to kill her, and she ends up going, oh, I recognize you from my church group. This is what I watched this week. Actually, I forgot I watched it. But so she says, I'm from your church group, I recognize you. And he's like, oh, I don't recognize you. But he realizes he can't kill her, and then they actually start dating. So it's this weird dichotomy of this guy who loves killing prostitutes, but he has a girlfriend who kind of gets in the way of that. And it's really fucking fascinating. So when I fell in love with this movie, it was during the DVD era was popping off, and I was like, you know what, I really want to start a company and put this movie out on DVD. And I never did. I never got that going, but we will be maybe someday. But either way, I became friends. I after years and years, maybe about 10 years ago, I saw that the director had put up some trailer and some behind the scenes and shit on YouTube. And I'm like, holy fuck, I've never seen anything. I've never seen a trailer, nothing about this movie. I've never seen anyone talk about it. I'm the only person that knows about it, kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I've played it for 1 million people when they came over. So I emailed the director, and I'm like, dude, I fucking love this movie. I gushed about it. We got on the phone and just started talking. And so I've had many conversations with him and the producer, James. And so Don and James became my friends. We've never met in person, but we've talked a bunch about Hitchcock. They're them growing up and making this movie, and their film school. They never went to film school. They made a shitload of movies in the 80s and early 90s. And I think this was like their second movie. So my dream eventually became kind of true, because when I was I went to Monsterpalooza, and at the Severin table, I kind of became friendly with this guy named Zach, who was like, yeah, I edit some of the stuff there, and I met Severin, blah, 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 and he was selling the DVDs. And so I said, hey, dude, how do I get in touch with David over there? Because I have this movie that is really interesting, and I am friends with the directors, and nobody's ever fucking seen it, and it's never come out on fucking on DVD. So I eventually talked to him, and this ended up happening.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So I eventually helped the movie get released on DVD.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
so, and it comes with the second movie called Project Nightmare, which is also really interesting, almost like a THX kind of sci-fi in the woods story. And they did fucking special effects, and it's pretty wild, that movie too. But so yeah, and so if anybody hasn't seen it, I have maybe 1 or 2 copies left, so I don't know, we'll see if
Dibs.
well, yeah, we will not
I'll comment in the comments and say that that's my favorite horror.
We will not be giving this away in the comments. Oh yeah, we didn't get any comments on the episode last week, so we will not be giving away any books once again. Apparently,
Great.
Fuck the viewer, bro. Who cares?
That storyline, that storyline of the killer, it has some Ted Bundy vibes going on there with Ted Bundy and his girlfriend. And
yes,
we got some BTK vibes too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's so none of you guys have seen that movie, Murderlust, right? Okay, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful, and it has one of those. It's a movie that was made by people who never went to film school, and they just basically their film school was watching Orson Welles films, and just obsessing over Orson Welles. So those were a lot of the conversations we had about 2001 and fucking F for Fake and all this shit. And which F for Fake is my favorite movie. So they just like wanted to make their own movies and just started doing it and shooting them on 16 millimeter and doing it here in LA and like super renegade and just fucking grabbing a camera and shooting. And so pretty inspirational stuff. I'm gonna have a backyard screening of this at some point. I want to have those guys come and talk to everybody. Cool. Yeah, I had a screening set up that I was talking to the Cine family about Here in LA, there was a theater that was run by an organization called the Cine Family. And it was one of the best fucking organizations in LA that were playing revival movies and putting on film inspired events. And they ended up getting caught up before the big Me Too stuff. They got caught up in some crap and
I remember that.
Ended up going under. And it was like all that came out like a week after I had talked to them about, hey, I have this movie that I really want to I want to bring the director and the producer to. So it was like the only time that I had hit up those guys about like, hey, I have something really cool that I want to put on there. And so, oh well. But we'll do it in my backyard because my backyard's even cooler now.
We should do it. We should do it live.
Oh yeah, film villains live in the backyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be sick.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right, yep, sounds like a plan. Alex, we'll see if Alex is invited or not.
I wasn't gonna go anyway.
See, I just
Straight into
wanted
my
to
backyard.
I wanted to get Alex's blood boiling a little bit because it is time for.
I do not have a physical copy to hold up this week
Oh,
because
no.
the movie I'm talking about, I just found out exists last night. It was some random thing I found on Tubi. 1987, Hiding Out. Have any of you seen this movie? Jon Cryer,
Ooh.
1987.
Yeah, I think
He's
I
a
did in the 80s.
He's a like 29-year-old stockbroker in New York, does some like money laundering for the mob, and then like the mob guy's on trial. They're going to be witnesses. His companion gets fucking murdered by the mob guy. FBI guys are like, we got to get you out of here. They get him out of there. While the FBI guys are holding on to him, the mob people show up, kill the fucking FBI dudes. He ends up on the run. And he runs and he goes and he finds his aunt. And the only way you can hide out in 1987 as Jon Cryer is to remove that beard and show up and enroll yourself in a high school in middle America as a punk rocker.
Dude, this shit is hilarious.
I'm
bro.
pretty sure I saw this shit.
Oh,
Is that
Yeah.
Will Wheaton again?
That's Keith Coogan. Keith Coogan, who was also in Toy Soldiers,
No, the-
Adventures in Babe.
No, the one with Jon Cryer walking down the stairs. That wasn't.
That's Keith Coogan from Adventures
Really?
in
That guy?
Babysitting.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
yeah, man. I saw this as a kid, and then in junior high, and I completely
Dude,
forgot about
hold
it.
on. Scroll back. 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah, hold on.
Ozzy Osbourne
I saw
poster.
I saw something. Check it out. Upper left corner. Watch for the boom mic.
Nope, that's a clock.
No. Keep it going. Just let it roll.
I trust Hunter. I don't know why.
I don't trust Hunter at all. Oh, there it is.
Fuck yeah. Got a drink. Everybody's got a drink.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
That's hilarious, bro.
Right
Right there, dude.
That's great.
Fuck yeah. That's
I
a
just-
high ceiling.
No, this is
Down
Right there.
You know what's funny?
In the
Alex?
trailer,
This is one
even.
of those movies that played in my childhood all the time, and I watched it over and over. But then it's gone. It's like it's one of those I don't know why, but it's a great movie. I remember I'm seeing the pieces of it now, and it's starting to come back.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of endearing. It's Jon Cryer, 1987, him at his
Yeah.
finest. But, kind of problematic looking at it with, any kind of adult fucking eyes. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's 29. It's a
So is your life.
romance. It's a
But
romance.
when you're
like-
a kid, you don't think about that. You're just like, oh
Yeah.
this-
Or when
this
you're the
is
screenwriter, you don't think about that because it's the 80s, and who cares if the 29-year-old's fucking, going out with a 16 or 17-year-old girl in the movie.
Oh shit! Is that what it is?
It gets, spoiler, like fucking beyond spoiler alert. It ends with him going into witness protection and becoming a teacher at the place she ends up going to college.
Oh,
damn.
no.
yeah.
It's like the most groomed movie of all entire time.
Wow.
But
The 80s were
If we
That's
can-
why I
they
haven't
were a
seen it
rough
since.
time, man. 80s movies
It
have a
was-
lot of
But
problematic
he was playing
things.
high school back then, though, too.
Oh,
That's the
I
weird
mean,
thing, right?
that's the funny part is Jon Cryer is actually 22 playing both these roles between 29 and 17. And, you know,
Yeah.
he's more castable for 17 than 29. Boom, Mike, got a drink.
Yeah, I can't unsee
Yeah.
that boom mic.
That was
dude.
wild.
But, you know, that girl playing the girl is actually 16 in this film right there.
Oh, really?
So, you know,
Oopsie.
but it's the 80s and whatever. We hide it behind hijinks. But, you know,
Yeah.
there is a pretty cool cast of background legit punk rockers in this, which don't show up in the trailer, but you're seeing people with Liberty spikes and studs and all kinds of cool
It
shit.
feels punk to me, bro.
It does. It's that, I mean, it's just that wonderful time of the 80s where, you know, back to school and whatever the fuck else. For some reason, let's just throw the adult in, all the vice versa movies and fucking shit like that. But it is, I mean, I think the tagline is like, you know, he found the one thing worse than being murdered, going back to high school, which is like kind of fucking a cool little fish out of water story. And it's on Tubi. That's where you can find it. I had fun with it. I had no idea this existed. It did not show up in my childhood. Saw it for the first time last night. And I was going to talk something more punk rock, but it fit just enough.
Oh,
Hiding
Yeah,
out.
it does.
That
Let me
bit.
know if you've seen
Awesome.
it. Fucking tell us about it in the comments.
Yeah, for
Did
sure.
you grow
Yeah.
up with this?
Did you grow up with Hiding Out?
You have that on VHS, Honor?
I don't think I do. I really don't.
Gotta get it. You gotta get
I
it.
don't. I don't have.
Gotta
I
get that
was
shit
trying to
graded.
think of all the Jon Cryer movies I have, and I can't even think of one. I'm sure I probably have one or two, but I guess I
Yeah.
never think of Jon Cryer as a movie star. I didn't watch a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty in fucking pink, bro.
Morgan Stewart's coming
He's
home.
Ducky. He's Ducky.
Yeah. I don't know. I never watched many Jon Cryer movies. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Same DP between Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hiding Out. That is the
There
connection
you
between
go.
the movies
Oh,
today.
There you
yeah.
go.
And that's
There you
probably
go.
why it looks so gritty and raw, dude. I loved it.
It definitely is gritty raw. It's definitely a low light 80s flick for sure.
Hell yeah.
The director, I don't really know if he did many movies, but he is the director of Michael Jackson's Beat It video, so he will go down in infamy for making one of the coolest music videos in the world.
Beat it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
I
fucking
thought about
knife fight,
Bad for a
bro.
second. I'm like, wait, Scorsese? What are you talking about? I was thinking about Bad.
Jon Cryer was in Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
With Richard
Yeah.
Pryor? Is that one?
Yeah, that was. I think so. The fourth one, or was it the third one?
I
with
don't
Richard
remember
Pryor?
which one it was.
Yeah. No.
I don't
Jon
think
Cryer.
Richard.
Yeah, he was in the third one then.
Yeah.
Which one does he fly behind around the world super fast so that time fit?
I think
fits?
that's part 1, isn't it? Isn't that the first one, or is that the second one?
General
when he-
Zod's in
I don't
2.
remember.
Is it
When
2?
he has to make the Earth spin
I think it's 2.
faster.
I think it's
To go
2.
back in
They're
time.
all just one movie in my head. They're all
Yeah.
just one
I think
big
it's 2.
movie.
One giant '80s blob
All-
that I haven't revisited.
All they do is revert me back to Chris Rock's stand up. And he says, Superman can't walk. And he just starts going off on Christopher Reeves.
Oh, really?
And-
Oh,
Oh,
because
you
he was
never
in the
seen that?
fucking
Yeah,
wheelchair.
Superman can't
Too
walk.
soon?
Too
Yeah.
soon, too soon, Jonathan.
Oh,
Such a
And
dick.
he's all, what's next? What's next? Aquaman gonna drown in the tub? Like,
oh, that's bad. Your Disc of Darkness, Ackerman, should be the new Eminem album. He's got a whole diss track about Christopher Reeves on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, straight up.
Man,
Straight
hey,
up.
his
All the
first
Christopher
single.
Reeves hate.
Honestly, like, he brings up Christopher Reeves multiple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
funny.
yeah. So what's your review of the latest Eminem album there?
I really like the latest Eminem album, and I haven't listened to an Eminem album in a long time.
There's some they're
this-
pretty
this one I
unlistenable.
turned on.
I've-
I turned on this newest one, Death of Slim Shady. It's actually really good.
Okay, good. I heard the first single. I was like, okay, it's okay. It's pretty cool.
The single's the worst song.
Is it? Okay, so good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like anything special, and it was kind of a throwback to his early 1 and 2 album stuff. So, I don't know.
I just listened to the Mathers album this last week, and I was just like, wow, yeah, this is this is a really good. I appreciate it more now.
Yeah,
The Marshall Mathers.
Yeah,
you were more racist back then toward white people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's just
Me too.
his LP. It's his LP was so good, and
Yeah.
it was so big that I don't it's that sophomore thing. That second movie or that second album. It's hard to.
Well, he had a first album before Dr. Dre got into him.
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
that
but
shit.
I'm
That shit's
saying
really good.
I'm saying
Yeah,
his
but
official
the Slim Shady LPs.
LP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first big one. The other one was like something on the streets, but it was still it's still really cool to listen to.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, it's time.
Oh my gosh,
Alright.
dude. That-
Giallo.
We're always like adjusting our butts and shit, making you're like checking your fucking 4D seat to make sure that the butt plug is still in place, right, Hunter?
Everything.
I'm just like
Face hair.
my
Face
my
hair.
remote control is running out of battery. I was swapping the battery real quick.
The vibrating egg. Mhm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What am I doing today? Today
Yeah.
I am doing House of Immortal Sin. I'm going in a direction. I'm in one of those other areas of Giallo-esque. So it's like, hey, Alex.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Oh man, I thought it was all about me.
Little more
You're a star,
Giallo
kid.
style. It's not necessarily. The director of this movie is Pete Walker. I'll start with that. Pete Walker. Is anybody familiar with Pete Walker stuff?
I'm looking him up.
He's kind of like the Lucio Fulci of Great Britain, and he's known for the video nasties, as they called them over there.
Oh, word. Yeah, he did Frightmare, dude.
Yeah.
And Schizo,
Mm.
word. Yeah.
And Schizo. Yeah. And so I think this movie, I wanted to talk about it because it has Giallo themes. It has Giallo style stuff in it like that. But also, I think when I showed this movie to my mom, because, she got me into horror movies along with my older brother. But so I showed her this one, and it was the first time my mom, she said, "Oh, you're evil. You're evil."
Ooh.
because in this one the priest is the killer, and she couldn't fathom that a priest could be some psycho crazy Giallo killer. But anyways,
That's
movie
I can fathom
yeah, it came out in 76, I want to say, and it's definitely a crazy premise. There's this girl, she has a friend that's a priest. She goes to the church because she wants to talk to him because her boyfriend pressured her into getting an abortion, and she wants to talk to her priest friend about the whole situation. She ends up going into confession, and the priest that's in there is not her friend. It's this old guy, this older priest, and she tells him her whole story. He becomes infatuated with her and develops this obsession with her. She drops her keys on the way out of the church. He snatches up her keys and starts stalking her, and then it turns into this Giallo movie. And where is this going? And
Really?
then she's in this whole situation where she's trying to tell her sister, she's trying to tell her friends, hey, there's this priest that's trying to, stalk me and wants all this shit, he wants to do all this stuff to me. And everybody's kind of just like, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. They're all gaslighting. They're all like, just calm down, have some water, take a nap, that kind of thing. And then it turns out that the priest actually he's recording that whole confession, and he tries to blackmail her. It's a wild, wild movie. But all of this comes off the cusp of things like, you look at the date, this comes out like 75, 76. We had in 73, we had The Exorcist. We had Rosemary's Baby before that. You had movies that, like, even I think what's his name, Fonda, and was making a movie called Race with the Devil. So it's all this like possession, devil stuff. it seems like Pete Walker was inspired by pressing the buttons, talking about authority, talking about hypocrisy, and all this kind of other things. If you ask him, he says, "No, I was just making a crazy, schlocky, crazy movie about a priest killing people." I mean, it's really, really, really wild. It's really cool. It's the only movie I know where there's a priest digging in the graveyard in the back of the church and putting bodies in alive.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's got pretty much everything you'd want. Let me see if I could pull up the trailer here.
Yeah, I'm just about to pull it up. Sorry, I was just trying to get that right now. Let's see. Present. Stop.
Present.
Present. Share screen. There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Yeah, so there it goes. But yeah, it's a wild, interesting movie. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I mean, it comes in this weird time when he was doing a lot of crazy stuff. Plus, it's Pete Walker. Pete Walker is always gory. He's always got some weird, crazy hang up with authority. So if you're like sticking it to the man, or you like questioning things and constantly kind of going that route in your entertainment, this is the movie for you. So I definitely say check it out. His actors are always amazing. They're always played. He's also, I think, when they were writing this, it's so ridiculous in some of the content that he said, I think there were interviews where he said he was laughing the whole time they were writing the script. But he told his actors, play it absolutely straight.
Totally.
Everybody took it as serious as possible, and it's phenomenal. It's just this really nasty. All of Pete Walker's movies have that kind of sleazy feel to them, and I can't recommend it more. If you haven't seen this, definitely.
I'm gonna get down on this one.
Yeah.
House of Mortal Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but the priest, I'm trying to recognize what he's from. He is from something really famous. I'm thinking it might be Clockwork Orange or something. So he's the minister in a Clockwork Orange then.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's awesome. It's one of those. And to preface that whole thing with my mom.
Don't talk about your mom like that.
You have to, like, on my mom's side, it's like, they grew up quintessential Catholic school upbringing, and they, like, every Sunday the family, like, they knew the neighborhood priest. He would come over for dinner when she was a kid. My mom was born in like 49, so it's like she grew up in that whole era of, like, you have the priest over. It was like an honor to have the priest at your house. Mm-hmm. And he went on,
especially if you were a young boy, right?
Exactly. Well, here, it's questionable. She had 7 sisters. They were all girls. So who knows where this guy was coming from? That was coming over. But that's a whole other thing. But anyway,
we're talking about you.
I know. But anyway, no. So she has this. She has that priest on a pedestal type thing still later in life. So it's like when I show a movie like that, it's like, oh, there's no way. She was kind of laughing. There's no way that a priest would be the killer. And
it's so believable to me.
Yeah.
Don't have your mom Google what priests have done.
The thing that got me called evil is I said, well, he's just a man like you or me. There's no difference. And that's where it's like, what are you talking about? But
really?
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, teach that one, I suppose.
Because, well, your mom probably got mad because you called her a man.
I'm not going to go there. I don't know Jonathan's mother, so I'm not going to speak on her.
My mother's a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Wonderful man.
Watch now. Yeah, I highly recommend Mortal Sin. Go out, if you haven't seen, go out and watch all of Pete Walker's stuff. He's got, like, he has a movie called The Comeback about a guy who's in the music industry is trying to come back, and then there's some killer that's killing everybody, and that's another awesome one. Cool premise. I mean, you name it. There's a laundry list of his stuff that you could check out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think what I would also recommend is everyone to comment below and what Giallo should Jonathan cover soon. If you have a favorite Giallo film, comment and let us know what we should cover. Or Alex's Punk on Film, or tell Hunter what he should be pulling off his VHS collection, because he has pretty much everything on VHS, right?
I have. Yeah, that's a large amount of tapes.
How many copies of Jerry Maguire do you have?
I don't do multiples. I don't have room for multiples.
You know about those people that collect Jerry Maguire tapes?
Yeah, there's a guy I follow that collects Titanic tapes as well. And,
oh, really?
He has hundreds of copies. I think he might even be close to 1,000 by now.
Shit.
Of the 2-tape set.
Is he trying? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Is he trying to do anything artful like they did with the Jerry Maguire ones?
You know, I'm not going to try to get into the mind of a man that has 1,000 Titanic VHS tapes.
Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. This has been a fun episode, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys want to talk about down below. If you want us to talk about anything, or if you want to just talk shit to us and tell us we're fucking idiots, that's also fine. You're probably not listening. Oh, hey. But yeah, thank you all, and we'll talk to you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right, villains.